In a small Australian town, a family traveling in an RV makes a stop to refuel. Peter, the father, urges his stepdaughter Bella and son Samuel to take a walk and stretch their legs. During their wanderings, Bella stumbles upon a local fair and meets Dennis, an artist selling sketches. Bella admires his work, but their conversation is cut short when a police officer forces Dennis to leave for not having a stall permit. Meanwhile, Vanessa meets her boyfriend, Jackson, to share life-changing news: she's pregnant. Jackson is thrilled and shares the news with his rugby teammates. Suddenly, a screeching noise blares through Vanessa's car speakers, prompting her to turn off the engine. That evening, the town gathers at a rugby match, where tensions simmer between Jackson and a fellow player, Matt. Peter's family stays in town longer than planned, searching for Bella. When Peter finds her at the match, he scolds her for wandering off, but their argument is interrupted when the power at the stadium cuts out. The night sky erupts in explosions and glowing yellow lights, alien ships descending on the town. Chaos ensues as the ships open fire, leaving destruction and casualties in their wake. Bella narrowly escapes harm thanks to Marcus, Matt's brother-in-law, who helps her find cover. Amid the pandemonium, the aliens land and start capturing townspeople, dragging them away like livestock. Peter reunites with Bella and races back to the RV, where the rest of his family is waiting. As explosions tear through the streets, Peter drives the RV through the chaos, narrowly dodging fire and debris. Along the way, they pick up Jackson, Vanessa, and other survivors. The group flees to the countryside, chased by alien ships, until the Air Force intervenes and destroys their pursuers. Seeking refuge, they meet Arnold and Dennis, who guide them to an abandoned timber mill deep in the forest. That night, they regroup and plan their next steps. At dawn, they notice a massive alien spacecraft hovering above the town. Tensions flare as the group debates whether to stay hidden or fight back. Peter reveals his criminal past, shocking everyone. Despite reservations, Matt, Amelia, and Dennis head back to town for supplies and reconnaissance. In town, the trio discovers aliens rounding up prisoners behind laser gates. Amelia learns her mother has been sent to a factory, but their exploration is cut short when they're spotted. They flee back to the camp, inadvertently leading the aliens to their location. A firefight ensues, and the group manages to kill 2 aliens, salvaging their weapons and learning how to use their helmets to become undetectable in the wild. Inspired, the group begins a guerrilla resistance, ambushing alien patrols, rescuing prisoners, and building a community in the forest. As months pass, the humans adapt to their new reality, growing more ruthless in their fight. Bella develops a romance with Dennis, while Peter remains protective of her. One day, a survivor named Chloe stumbles into their camp, revealing horrific details about alien experiments and slave labor. She gives the group a stolen alien device before being captured again. Using the device, they learn the aliens have been observing Earth for centuries, sparking debates about their intentions. Tensions peak when Peter brutally kills a captured alien, believing it to be a threat despite protests from the group. Meanwhile, Amelia sneaks off and discovers a farm where humans are forced to grow alien crops. Stealing some, she is momentarily blinded by a mysterious light in the forest. Back at camp, Vanessa goes into labor, adding urgency to the group's predicament. Aliens attack, having tracked them via the armor of a dead alien. As the camp is destroyed, the group retreats into the forest, where Bella and Peter help Vanessa deliver a healthy baby girl named Allison. However, the chaos of the night leaves their future more uncertain than ever as they prepare for the next battle in their ongoing war for survival. Bella notices blood pouring from Vanessa's wounds as Peter desperately attempts CPR. But it's too late, Vanessa succumbs to blood loss. Moments later, the Australian army arrives, launching a fierce assault against the aliens to rescue Matt's team and the remaining survivors at the camp. Within minutes, the soldiers take control of the area, ensuring the humans' safety. Jackson emerges from the forest, devastated, and clings to Vanessa's body, apologizing for not being there to protect her. Afterward, the army transports the survivors to safety in their trucks. Major Davis explains that they were drawn to the forest by reports of a resistance group. Matt's team is seen as heroes, inspiring the soldiers to continue fighting. At the military base, Matt, still unconscious, is rushed to the infirmary. The others take a moment to grieve and bury their dead. Peter, driven by guilt and determination, announces he wants to rescue Jenny and Samuel immediately. Amelia stops him, promising they'll return to the factory once they're better prepared. Overhearing this, Davis brings them to Colonel Grant, who shares critical intelligence. The aliens possess a bioweapon, likely a toxin or pathogen meant to wipe out humanity. Although initial reports suggested the weapon was moved to Sydney, the military now believes it remains at the factory. Grant asks Amelia's group to create a diversion by attacking the factory, enabling the military to strike elsewhere. Most agree, but Jackson, still mourning Vanessa, quits. Before leaving, he bids Matt goodbye. With Davis leading, Amelia and most of her team set out, while Arnold, sidelined by his broken arm, stays behind. As they approach a small town, they encounter heavily patrolled roads. Forced to take a detour, they hide in nearby fields. Reaching the factory, they see enslaved humans working outside. A woman's attempt to escape ends in her being gunned down, horrifying the group. Among the prisoners, Peter spots Jenny and Samuel. Back at the base, Grant receives dire updates. The Air Force is struggling against unexpectedly high numbers of alien ships in Sydney, and the aliens are fortifying their positions. Realizing this is a trap, Grant informs Jackson the bioweapon never left the factory, it's bait. Unable to send reinforcements, she pleads with Jackson not to intervene. Ignoring her warning, Jackson revives Matt, who agrees to help. Before leaving, Jackson entrusts Arnold with his daughter's safety. Meanwhile, at the factory, Davis's team engages the aliens in a brutal gunfight. Amelia falls briefly, her ears ringing from an explosion, but seeing her teammates fight on renews her resolve. Nearby, Matt and Jackson infiltrate the factory, eliminating an alien at the control panel. As prisoners panic, another alien fires, prompting Jackson to hold it off while Matt tries unsuccessfully to hack the controls. Frustrated, Matt destroys the panel and begins guiding prisoners out. Jackson sets explosives around the factory. Outside, Davis's group struggles as the aliens deploy a powerful cannon. As Amelia rallies the team, Davis uses a moment of distraction to climb onto the cannon and kill its operator, inspiring the unarmed prisoners to rise against their captors. Inside, Matt finds a computer and uses Chloe's device to learn the aliens fled their planet after making it uninhabitable. He retrieves the bioweapon, but an alien ambushes him. Matt fends it off, only to face a group led by a talking alien, who pleads for peace. Matt threatens to destroy the weapon, forcing the aliens to back off. Jackson arrives, creating a diversion that allows Matt to escape. Chaos erupts at both the farm and the base, with heavy losses on both sides. Reinforcements arrive just in time to turn the tide, with airstrikes taking out alien ships and ground forces. Davis's team pushes forward, eventually gaining control of the cannon and turning it on the aliens. Inside the factory, Matt radios Amelia, revealing he plans to trigger the explosives and sacrifice himself. They exchange heartfelt words before Matt faces another alien ambush. Jackson, mortally wounded, takes the detonator and ensures the factory's destruction. As it collapses, Matt escapes with the bioweapon. The explosion marks a turning point. The remaining aliens surrender, and Peter and Bella are reunited with Jenny and Samuel. At the base, Grant announces the victory in Sydney, signaling a turning tide in the war. Amelia mourns Matt, believing him dead, but their tearful reunion comes as a surprise. Together, they inform Arnold of Jackson's sacrifice. Later, Matt shares the aliens' revelations about their ruined planet. In a gesture of hope, Amelia frees a captured alien and offers her hand in peace. The alien hesitates but accepts, signaling the possibility of coexistence. With renewed determination, Matt, Amelia, and their team prepare to continue the fight, armed with the hope of building a better future.